Yeah, it's right there.
Nick, what do you want to do for dinner?
Oh, I don't know.
Honey, no, it doesn't reach and it looks perfect as it is. Shut up, Drake.
I think you gotta show your playbook, bud. It's in the rules.
Oh, yeah. It looks pretty old.
Alright, I got it. I didn't see it. Sorry, man.
I love you, love you.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And they get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
It is bad, but somebody gotta do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run here with a rookie. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Because I got all that hands, boy. All that drink you got in chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well, to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Mitchell will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Most we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he'll get this down over to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, his first throw of the game.
Come on.
And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And this ball will be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again. 37-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Herbert now. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot him at the 49. Herbert with a connection for a Charger first down. Give him now 1,062 catches in his career. And I'm looking at the list here. That ties him with Andre Johnson.
And I wonder if he ever wrote Andre Johnson's name down and that number and said, that's where I'm trying to go. That's what I'm trying to get to. If so, congratulate yourself. You are there. That means you rank amongst the best that have ever done it.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Herbert. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
21.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
yards, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Hold on.
What? We can come in. It's cold.
Okay.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
You're right, dude.
Vikings. A great effort there. 84 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you wonder, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We'll talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
You're right, dude. Dude's a fucking superstar.
And now it brings up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Sure, man. Chicken nuggets, tater tots will be
They'll need
all
to
right.
get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Herbert. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of the sack to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now, when some kind of stop is desperately needed.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To the air with McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The Vikings are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go now. 1870 Timberwolves. Mustang 19, Cup 19.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy.
It's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
1st and goal.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Back to throw again. That's caught in the end zone.
Unbelievable, man.
From 8 yards out, and the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home
Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, when that review get that score,
Unbelievable.
reaction is happening now. How they got here. Whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because
Picked up by Christian Harris. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Nice.
We've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 19. Cougar 19. Go.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down.
Unbelievable.
Sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps and deliver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
How much did they lose by?
What?
The touchdown all set up by the big play one.
Oh, no, I'm playing right now.
Finish it off here with a shorter completion.
Yeah.
Time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got him there.
No, this is my video game.
Get the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 7-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy. And no one open. He'll just tuck it and go down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards and take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
Wide open.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle.
See that guy? He's running right to the locker room.
Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
What's up, bud? Oh, not much. Just playing
Chargers
a
going to
game,
get the
man.
football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Oh, all right. You know anything about Niagara? What's going on there? Oh, I was just wondering how many points we scored.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts things. From the 41, here's second and 4.
Right.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 12 yards there. The
Doing all right. Stitches come out in like 2 more days. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, what are you going to do, you know? Yeah.
I figured I'd just give you a call. I just said, until they, like I said, game off and stuff. Yeah,
all right, cool.
Off the middle, H.M.
All right, good luck, man.
He'll go down, shy of 40 at the 41.
All right, later.
55 yards rushing for him now at this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down and 4. They give to H.N. on the option. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
59, 59.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Cap it. Go.
A give, running right, Achane. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ladd McConkey from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are able to at least get one score back.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
The Chargers
They'll have Herbert try and throw for him. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
17 yards.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go, Shaq. Crunch.
Back to throw. McCarthy.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this turns into a nice game with a slot at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, the Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Cowboy 80. 79, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 60 Warrior, 70, Mustang 19. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
77 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on first down.
18, 70, 19 tight, 19 tight.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Vikings. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Even milder because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
In motion right comes Allen.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
Kappa, Kappa, Kappa.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. In motion goes the tight end.
Hey, ram. Baylor Tiger.
Here's Herbert. He's got his 2. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set. Black 80. Wait. Baylor Tiger. Bang. Hey, Ray. Ready.
Out of the gun is a give to Achane. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Lion.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. And it'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Open man, that's Felton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
14 yards.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Go trap.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tucker Kraft, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was a while ago as he has a big lead. Send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A 7-yard gain. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. McCaffrey on the toss right. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way, no gain at all for the offense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Herbert now. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
For the Chargers field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of room behind it. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
48-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash Bronco.
Now McCarthy.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
To the air again, McCarthy. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what...
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharply moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
The Charger drive about to get going. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Option handoff now to Achane.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
One last throw here for Herbert. Johnston on the quick slant.
And a loose football.
And that was ball picked up by the offense.
What?
In the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota
Jeez.
victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Vikings, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.